What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Black Blue Zombies. I hope you're excited. A little Dawn of the Dead today. Let's see, as far as opening hand goes, we got Watery Grave Swamp, a Vapor Snag. Yeah, we're going to keep on this. We got the Vedalken Ghoul. Yeah, we'll keep. Hopefully we hit a nice little zombie lord off this. If not, we've got some nice little removal. Let's go ahead and get these swamp down. Let's go for Gravecrawler. Anything else? No, we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. But yes, welcome to some Black Blue Zombies. This is Zombie Week. Kind of like Shark Week on the Discovery Channel, if you want to call it that. But yeah, this is Black Blue Zombies. So basically what we're splashing blue for in the zombies is we have one in the hand. It's Vedalken Ghoul. So whenever it becomes blocked, defending player loses 4 life. So we're looking to get that down and then also get like maybe a zombie lord or 2 and get into spots where if they do block, we're going to be able to get a nice little 4 loss of life coming across. Okay, draw into another swamp. Let's go ahead and let's go and swing in for 2. Coming in hot. Got the 10 turn, yeah, there we go. Coming in hot. 10 turn clock established. Opponent shaking in their boots. Gravecrawler is going to take the game. Alright, drops down to 18. Let's go ahead and shock the Watery Grave in. Yes. Love to pay 2 life. Get down Vedalken Ghoul. There we go. Anything else? No. Gonna go past turn. Okay, so next turn, if we hit the Zombie Lord, we'll have enough mana. We do have a swamp in the hand. The other card that we're splashing in here, well, there's actually 2 blue cards that we're splashing for, but one of the Zombie Lords that we're splashing for is Diregraf Captain. Now, he's a unique Zombie Lord in that he gives everybody a nice little +1/+1 bonus, but also he gives you a triggered ability that whenever one of your zombies die, a target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So, ooh, got Mesmeric Orb. We have some mill action. Okay, I get behind this. We do have Gravecrawlers and the Dread Wanderer coming out of the graveyard, so I'm definitely okay with that. Got 3 of the Mesmeric Orb triggers. Let's see if we hit any of our zombies. Fatal Push and Death Baron. Okay, that would have been a nice little zombie lord. Let's go ahead and let's get the, I think at this point, does it really matter? Let's go and put the Watery Grave into play tapped. Not going to pay 2. Nope. Let's go and come in hot. Coming in for 3. And if we want to, we can get kind of aggressive. We can just simply tap our lands and then get a few extra triggers coming down the graveyard. We have more than enough mana to really kind of take advantage of a few Gravecrawlers. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. So we may end up doing that. We can tap the Water Grave in the swamp to get 2 extra Mesmeric Orb triggers. So we're looking at like 5 total triggers. So I think I'm okay with that. If you are playing against Mill, one thing that you need to always be very careful of is your fetches. So they run Archive Trap in there. So it's always one of those cards that... you gotta sync with your fetches. Alright, Mind Funeral. Let's see, do we hit? We do hit. Dread Wanderer, no Gravecrawlers. Okay, those hit the graveyard. We've got some pretty heavy mill action, so I don't know if we're going to tap these lands. Yeah, we're looking at 30 cards left in our library, so we may not tap these lands. See what we draw into. But we do have Dread Wanderer, but we're pretty far away from getting Dread Wanderer online by having 1 card in the hand. Alright, so we're going to have 3 Mesmeric Orb triggers. See if we hit the Gravecrawler. Nope. There's 3 of them in here somewhere. Drawn to Liliana of the Veil. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get the swamp down. Let's go and swing in for 3. It's going to put our opponent down to 12. Coming in hot. And then probably going to go and go in for Liliana. Hopefully we can kind of attack their hand and maybe stop them from milling us out before we lose. Yeah, let's go and go Liliana. Looking at 1, 2, 3. And it'll also help us get into spots where we can go... where are they? Dread Wanderers out of the graveyard. Let's go. Each player discards a card. I think at this point we'll just go and chunk the Vapor Snag. One thing you do need to watch out for when you're playing against Mill is going to be Hedron Crab. And a unanswered Hedron Crab will definitely win the game for the Mill player. I've been on the other end of that, and Hedron Crab is the real deal. Okay. Anything else? No. And also, if we want to get our hand down low, we get into spots where we could Vapor Snag ourselves, or we could like Fatal Push and then Vapor Snag in response and bring something back to the hand and kind of dump it if we want to get those Dread Wanderers out. We are sitting at 4 mana, so we're going to be able to at least bring 1 back next turn between the Liliana if we hit the land drop for the turn. But yeah, playing against Mill, man. It's always fun. Okay, Visions of Beyond. And then we do have, yeah, we have 25 cards in the graveyard, so we're going to be drawing 3 cards. So at this point, Liliana's maybe not going to be putting in as much work as we would like her to. But we'll give it a shot. Hopefully we can get past this. But yes, and then just so you know, I am recording in the turn. Oh, there we go. There's Hedron Crab. I knew he was hanging out somewhere. Let's see if they have the land drop to make for the turn. That's going to be 3 directed our way. Breaking and entering. Just breaking, though. I'm just going to go for the Fatal Push on the Hedron Crab. There we go. Yeah, Hedron Crab with fetch lands is just absolutely nasty. Okay, we're going to get the top 8 cards of our library into our graveyard. That's going to put us down to 18 total cards. And then we do hit a Gravecrawler out of the graveyard. Okay. Hit at least 1. I'm actually going to have 6 Mesmeric Orb triggers coming across. So it's going to put us down to 12. Yeah, so we're going to have to be careful on how we tap. Okay, let's go ahead and always yield to this one. Looks like I play Commander. Love it. Cryptbreaker. Let's go and pop the graveyard out. Okay. We do have one Gravecrawler and draw a swamp. Let's go and get the swamp down. Let's go for the plus on Liliana. Each player discards a card. Let's get the stack right there. We're going to get rid of the Vapor Snag and still go and swing in for 3. It's going to put him down to 9. Let's go and cast the Gravecrawler. I'm trying to just very lightly tread around the 10 cards we have left in our library. Okay, let's go and swing in for 3. It's going to put him down to 9. And the next turn we've got a 5 coming across. It's going to be a little slim pickings. Hopefully we don't have to tap any. You know, we could go for Dreadwonder at this point. Let's see. So we're looking at Dreadwonder for 3. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Now if we hit a Zombie Lord off our draw, we're looking at 3, 5. Yeah, if we're playing to our outs, looks like we've got Death Baron in the graveyard, so we should still have some Lord of the Accursed, Lord of the Accursed. Yeah, we should still have some Zombie Lords in there. Let's go and bring back let's bring back the Dread Wanderer. And we're just pretty much completely dead to a mill spell, I think, right now. Something like Glimpse the Unthinkable will just really undo us. Yeah, because we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to have 7 coming across milling at the beginning of our turn. And then hopefully if we draw into Zombie Lord, we might be able to close it out through combat damage. But we may be shipping this one over. Visions of Beyond, draw 3 cards. Okay, that's good. That's a good start. And then we'll have to be a little bit careful about our taps after this if they don't draw into anything. But usually draw in 3 cards. Okay, Mind Funeral. And that is, let's see, we've got, yeah, it's a good game, buddy. So we only got 1 card left in the library after this. Okay, let's go and bring in let's see what we want to bring in. Probably going to go and bring in the Thoughtseize. A little bit more hand disruption. Let's cut the Vapor Snags. Really, we just want to deal with Hedron Crab if he's on the battlefield. Anything else? Bring in Spell Pierce. And then we could bring in Surgical Extraction. I kind of like bringing that in. All right, so we need to cut 4 cards. Let's go ahead and cut the Zombie Outlander. Actually, let's go ahead and cut the Vedalken Ghoul. They're really not going to be blocking that much. The Blood Scrivener, we're going to be drawing 2 cards. We can go down on... We still want to maintain those bodies. Let's see. Spell Pierce. Let's go down on 1 Blood Scrivener. That, you know, we're going to get in a spot where we're hellbent. We don't really need to be drawing 2 cards. Anything else? Let's go down on 1 Liliana. Okay, keeping the creature count at 27, and we brought in Spell Pierce, Surgical Extraction, and Thoughtseize 3, though. So let's go and ship this one over. But yeah, play to get a mill, man. It's always fun. It's just, especially playing it in a paper tournament, man. That is, that's fun city right there. Okay, we're gonna play first. As far as opening hand goes, we've got Diregraf, Cryptbreaker, Thoughtseize, Lord of the Accursed. Man, I would love to keep this. It's gonna be really slow if we don't hit another land. Let's go and mulligan on this one. Okay, yeah, we're okay with it. We got a nice little curve out. We got the Ghoul, Blood Scrivener, and Gravecrawler. Yeah, we'll go and keep on this. I'd like to have a little bit of a little bit more action as far as non-creature spells, but we'll make it work. Let's go and put the Catacombs on the bottom, and let's go and we're playing around Archive Trap right now, so let's go and get the Watery Grave, put it into play taps. I'm not going to pay 2. Actually, oh, dang it! I meant to go for Gravecrawler. Sorry about that. I was thinking about making sure we didn't put down the fetch land, and then forgot we had Gravecrawler in the hand. So we'll get that down next turn. It's going to mess our curve up, so I do apologize for that. But it happens sometimes. I get wrapped up in commentary. Draw into Fatal Push. Okay, let's go ahead and put the let's go Gravecrawler. Let's get down the Watery Grave. And at this point, we can just basically operate at 2 mana. And so what we're going to be able to do is hopefully not have to crack this Catacombs unless we absolutely have to. Because, man, as soon as you have a fetch land, they always have the Archive Trap in the hand. It's always like, it's like, boom, they pop you for 3 or 4 of them. You're like, ah, dang it, okay. It always, yeah, I mean, it is a trap card, but it always feels like, I don't know, I can just hear them evilly laughing. Okay, Hedron Crab on the battlefield. See if they have the land drop for the turn. They have a Terramorphic Expanse. We're going to go for the Fatal Push next turn, but what they can do is that in response to our Fatal Push, they can crack the Terramorphic Expanse, or while we're tapped out, they just go and crack it and get that extra Hedron Crab trigger. So, or at least they're going to be pushing the Fatal Push next turn. But yeah, I run Hedron Crab in a Sultai Vengevine deck, which is just tons of fun. A lot of fun, love it. Hedron Crab, man, he's definitely a beast mode. Okay, looking at 3 in the graveyard. That's okay, we can deal with that. I'm probably going to go ahead and crack the fetch. We need to get down the Blood Scrivener and then go for the Fatal Push, so I'm okay with that. Should have sequenced that Gravecrawler turn 1. Yep, hate messing up like that, but it happens. Let's go and crack the Catacombs. Let's get a Swamp onto the battlefield. Get that down. Let's go and go for the Blood Scrivener. And they may not have Archive Trap in the hands. Let's go and go for the Fatal Push, that way we can swing in with Gravecrawler. Or if they're going to go for it, they'll go for it right now. Okay, Fatal Push on Mr. Hedron Crab. Sorry, dude. Adios, Mr. Krabby Patties. Okay, coming hot for 2. It's going to put him down to 18. Once again, we have that 10-turn clock established, so we're doing pretty good. And if we hit the land drop for the turn, we can just go ahead and dump our hand with the ghouls and then get into spots where if we draw into another zombie lord, then hopefully we can kind of push through some nice little combat damage with zombies. So, oops, sorry, cat was in my lap. Okay, get down Mesric Orb. So we're looking at 4 Mesric Orb triggers coming across next turn, and we did survive the Archive Trap off our fetch land. Alright, let's see what we got. We're going to mill 4. And you know, if they're stuck on something like Mind Funeral, we're getting into spots where we might be kind of a little aggressive. Yeah, let's go and dump the hand. Let's shock this Watery Grave. Let's go and put down the Vedalken Ghoul. Let's get down the second one. So we're looking at drawing 2 next turn. So hopefully between the Blood Scrivener, we're going to get into spots where we're going to be able to draw one of our zombie lords. Coming in hot for 4. It's going to put him down to 14. Anything else? No, we have 0 cards in hand. We're going to go and pass the turn. Okay. Hopefully they don't hit the land drop. They're probably sitting on Mind Funeral. Alright, so as far as combat damage goes, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have 6 coming across. If we do draw into that nice zombie lord, we're looking at 3, 6, 8, and then 10, which is going to put them down to 4. Okay, Mind Funeral. Fair enough. That was a very safe Mind Funeral. I'll take that. Especially we're only running like 20 lands in here. So, and then we do hit a Gravecrawler out of the graveyard. Anything else? Always yield. Alright, so now we've got, it looks like 6 Mesric Orb triggers. It's going to put us down to... I didn't get a final count on the deck library, but we'll see. Look at 25. Okay, we're going to draw 2 cards off the Blood Scrivener. Let's go ahead and go for the... Let's go Thoughtseize up top, see what they're working with. And then we might get into spots where we cast the Zombie Outlander and go for the Gravecrawler too. It'll put us really close to a Mesric Orb trigger. Okay, Archive Trap, Ashiok. And they are really far away from... Path to Exile. Whoa. But yeah, they're really far away from Archive Trap. We're not going to search our library. Let's go and take the Breaking and Entering. You know, if they want to go for Ashiok, they can go for it. Yeah, let's take the Breaking and Entering. Let's get down the Zombie Outlander. Let's go for the Gravecrawler out of the graveyard. And let's go and come in hot for 6. Okay, here we go. Coming in hot. And I'll get the revealed cards up in just a second. But yeah, so they've got Ashiok, Archive Trap, 2 Path to Exiles. Now they're sitting at 3 mana, so they can't hardcast Archive Trap. And now that we know about it, we're especially not going to search anything up. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. Okay, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to have 8 triggers next turn off the Mesric Orb, so hopefully we should be able to close it out. I mean, even if we don't hit a Zombie Lord, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, which should be enough to kind of close it out. If they go for Ashiok, we're just looking at the top 3 cards of our library being exiled, so we should be able to we should be able to survive the Mesric Orb trigger. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Okay, opponent scoops it up. Send this one over to game 3. Anything else we want to change? No, I think I'm okay with it. Yeah, I like this one. I'm going to ship it back. But yeah, it always feels good, you know. I don't know what my win percentage against Black-Blue Mill is, but I feel like it's pretty abysmal. So when you ever get that, at least you force a game 3, it always feels pretty good. Okay, now as far as our opening hand goes, we're looking at Cryptbreaker, Gravecrawler, Dreadwonder. Man, if we hit the land drop, I love this hand. But if we don't, then we look like silly magic fools. The great one-land dilemma in Magic. I'm going to risk it. So we're looking at Cryptbreaker getting it down. The next turn we go Gravecrawler. Yeah, I guess we'll go and keep. I like this hand a lot. We've got 2 Zombie Lords. We've got some nice little beater sticks. We've got Cryptbreaker to start tapping some of those zombies. And we'll be online for, ooh, Hedron Crab. Never mind, we should have mulliganed. That will be... the dismantling us. Okay, let's see. Drawn to Liliana. Let's go and shock the Watery Grave. Let's go and go for the Cryptbreaker. Yeah. Well, if we go for Dread Wanderer, yeah, let's get down Dread Wanderer. That way it's going to enter the battlefield tapped. If we do hit the land drop for the turn, we can go Cryptbreaker and Gravecrawler. Both of those are going to come into play untapped, and then we get into spots where we can activate the Cryptbreaker activation to draw a card. So I'll be okay with that. Just keeping our fingers crossed we hit the lane drop. Okay, so we got Hedron Crab coming across. It's going to be 3 off the landfall trigger. But yeah, as far as my Sultai Vengevine deck, I'm working on making a video series for it. But Ooh, man, when you have double Hedron Crab and you're making those land drops and you get your Life from the Loam engine up and running, ooh. It's like turn 3 and you've got 3 Vengevines in the graveyard. Oh, man, that's just magic feel good. Okay, see if we get the land drop. Have our fingers crossed. If not, I'll probably go and post this one up. I like playing against mill. Okay, we mill a Cryptbreaker, Dread Wanderer, draw a Zombie Outlander. That is not exactly what we want. Let's go and swing in for 2. Coming in hot. At least next turn we can tap our zombies and then draw another card to hopefully hit the land drop for the turn. Got to put them down to 18. And then let's go ahead and go for, I guess at this point, we'll go for Gravecrawler. That way, you know, if we go for Cryptbreaker and they have something like Fatal Push, or we saw 2 Paths to Exile in there, I mean, that would be nice if they go for Path to Exile. We'll be online for lands. But, yeah, we'll hold off on Cryptbreaker. That way we at least kind of get him down and then activate in response to any sort of removal. Okay, so we got a Hedron Crab trigger. There's going to be another 3 coming into the graveyard. Now, as far as stuff we can bring out, we don't have any Gravecrawlers right now, but we do have 2 Dread Wanderers, but we're, once again, we're pretty far away on mana. Mind Funeral. Okay, there we go. Those hit the graveyard. But yeah, man, I played against Mill at a Star City Games event, and it was just... oh, man. All right, buddy. And it was just like the first game of the tournament, too. So I was very much just like, all right, so this is how the tournament starts. All right, beautiful. We hit the land drop. Let's go to get the swamp down. Do we want to push in for 2? Put down to 16. They have 3 cards in hand. I don't think we want to draw a card right now. Yeah, we want to get some bodies out. Let's go and swing in for 4. That's going to be our best out. We're hoping to hit the 3rd land drop, then we get down one of our zombie lords, and then kind of push some damage through. Yeah, let's just go and kind of dump our hand on this one. Alright, coming in for 4. It's going to put him down to 14. Let's go and get the Gravecrawler down. And we're still taking minimal triggers off the Mesmeric Orb right at this point. Well, now that we're getting more bodies out there, we're only looking at 4, which is, you know, it's doable with 30. Just kind of depends on how their hand shakes out. Especially if they're just kind of sitting on some, the Archive traps. Okay, got the 3 Mesmeric Orbs. They do mill a Visions of Beyond, which I will take that because we do have an active graveyard for the Visions of Beyond at 20 cards in the library, so that's good. Alright, getting down the Evolving Wilds, it's going to be 6 coming across once they activate it. Now, as far as combat damage goes next turn, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we get down the Zombie Lord, it's going to be 3, 6, 9, and then 11 coming across. So that'll have one nice swing if they don't have us milled out by then. You know, it's certainly doable at 27 cards in the library. Alright, so we have another 3 coming across. But if they have Visions of Beyond, they can just simply refuel their hand and kind of go to town. Okay, we'll see what we got going on. Casting no spells, I'll take that. And if they want to, they could still chump block with Hedron Crab. But yeah, I bet they're sitting on some Archive traps right now. Let's go and yield to that. So we're going to have to be careful with our fetches. I mean, if we draw a fetch for Death Baron, it is what it is. But hopefully, oh, beautiful, draw a basic. Let's get that down. Let's go for the, do we want to go for Death Baron? They have the Death Touch? Yeah, let's go and go for that. We're looking at Death Baron, and the next turn we can go for the Lord of the Accursed. Hopefully we can grind it out. I have my fingers crossed. Oh, Cryptic Incursion! That card is so nasty. Alright, our opponent goes to 50. Brutal. It's not over yet, but let's go and swing in. Okay. That's going to be a hefty Mesmeric Orb trigger, too. Alright, we'll it's like running into Brave the Elements on a mono-white deck or something. It just feels like, haha, you activated my trap card. Okay, put our opponent down to 39. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. Okay, so we've got, we're looking at 3, 6, 9. We've got 11. 13 coming across with the Death Baron. Get down Lord of the Accursed. We're looking at around 15, 16 coming across. It's going to take a few combat steps. We're going to have to tap out our zombies, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, we got Breaking coming across. Yeah, I'm going to post this video up. I'm having fun. You got to have fun in Magic sometimes. Okay. And then we're just standing against a lone Hedron Crab. Alright, let's see what we're drawn to. We've got all those Mesmeric Orb triggers. Let's go and yield to those. Yeah, we're going to be dead on the back end. We got 4 cards left in the library. Draw into Thoughtseize. Okay, let's go and get down Lord of the Accursed. We'll just go in for a nice little combat step. But yeah, that's mill for you, man. Crypt Incursion. That is a real card. It will seal the deal. And then it kind of reminds me of my Vengevine deck. I run Knot of the Bone in there. So you get into spots where you've got like 40 cards in the library on turn 5 or 6, and you just pop that Knot of the Bone and just gain a ton of life. And usually that's more than enough to kind of close it out. Okay, we got a nice chunk of damage coming across. Puts them down to 21. And then let's go ahead and pass the turn. If they simply just pass the turn to us, we're going to lose on Mesmeric Orb Triggers because we only have 3 cards left in the library. So shout out to our opponent. If they want to, they can go for some style points and go for a Glimpse the Unthinkable or something. Okay, Visions of Beyond. Why not? Let's go for it. But yes, man, it's always like, yeah, when I lose to, I don't get salty when I lose to Mill. It's just one of those kind of like, I'm like, I want to give him a nice little pat on the back, like, hey, man, you did it. You milled 60 cards. All right, let's get the Mesmeric Orb Triggers on the stack. Be a nice little board state, though. You know, if we weren't playing against Mill, you know, this is definitely something that would definitely be a sizable board state to swing in. All right, draw for the turn. We could have no card to draw, and we will lose the game. There we go. Mr. Heejin Crab putting in some work. So, hey, shout out to our opponent. Love playing against Mill. So, all right, everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks.